Sorry we had to delay it by 5 minutes, folks. Life is life sometimes. But we're here now. How are you all doing? Hope all good. Of course, we have the turkey holiday to talk about. I've found a very funny Twitter thread which I'd like to share with you all. And on the back of that, clear up my position on said holiday. Matty Jacob has signed a new contract. 2027 plus the option of an extra year. Yeah. But first of all, let me find this Twitter thread. I saw it earlier. Because okay. Here we go. So, can you show us the postcards you make of the players, please? Yes, I can. Quick. I've only got a couple to hand because I've put my big book in a drawer because it's nearly full, and I'm just carrying around the ones I need to get signed, plus a couple of spare white cards just in case. There we go. We had a different design last year. We had a different design the year before that, and we'll have a different design next year as well. Yeah, so let's first of all, turkey holiday. My granddad's gone on holiday to Whitby, not to Turkey, all that kind of thing. So, let me show you it. Pete, as a joke, as he outlined here, said, "Is anyone running a book as to whether Bobby Hadgraf gets tickets? If so, I'll have a £5." Hi, yes, mate. I will take that bet. I'm paying out evens on this action. Kind regards, the mobile bookies. Here we have Old Grandpa Joe and Fat Marcus odds of winning 2-1. I'm placing Old Grandpa Joe at 10-1 as I believe he would need a parent with him as he's no older than 14. I'm not taking bets on Fat Marcus as I do not know who he is. Hull Boy, yeah, he's a good lad. 4-6 for him to go. What are the odds on Hull Boy to get selected? Worth sticking my house on. For the record, I haven't spoken to Marcus yet. Believe it or not, yes, I am 18. And yes, Wigan was 14 years old. And I also did see Johnny say somewhere, where is it? Yeah, no complaints from me if Hull Boy gets chosen. However, the season ticket will be going up the River Humber if Joe gets to go. To which S_HCAFC says he used to support Barnsley, honest to God, rather Joe went me. For the record, to my knowledge, Marcus has never supported Barnsley. I don't know if he's gone or not. I've not had a chance to speak to him. Yes, I am 18. I can legally go in a pub and have a pint. And then I said something about Tom Ince earlier as well. And so the tackle on The tackle Greaves did on Tom Ince, which I'm going to hide for copyright reasons, resurfaced. But I tweeted something along the lines of, I didn't think there was anything wrong with this tackle because it's on Tom Ince. To which Finley said, surprised you're old enough to remember when Tom Ince played for us. Lennon, my old schoolmate, backing me up. He's a year younger than you. Yep. Bio says, is it going to show up? Yep. Bio says 19. 18 in January I was. So that is everything cleared up. Come on, focus. AGU, that's a good shout. While I'm out of focus, I will give Lennon a like. Good lad is Lennon. Always a good lad. So to clarify my position on the Turkey holiday, congrats to everyone who's got on it. Hope you all have a brilliant time. I did not apply because well, I kind of have this very important thing in a few months' time. It's called my A-levels. So I think a week off to go on holiday during term time. If I emailed my teachers and said, hi, miss, focus. Come on. Come on. See if that does it. Has it done it? No. This is terrible tonight. Come on. Come on, Logitech, load. It's absolutely abysmal tonight, this. Right, yes, you're focused on that. Good. Come back. I mean, it's up. And there we are. Logitech's not even loaded yet. And it's back. Anyway, that's what I was saying. I don't think if I emailed my English teacher on a Tuesday morning and said, morning, miss. Hope all's good. Just letting you know. I'm 3 hours in front of you, currently sat on a sunbed, and I'm going to go and watch City train in Antalya in an hour. Can you please send me over the work for period 1 and 2 today? I'll email Miss Insert Name, who I have period 3 separately. See you when I get back, Joe. I don't think that would go down particularly well. And I think my head of sixth form would be even more livid, to be honest with you. But that's a story for another time. Actually, we're going to look through chat now. If you're looking for random paragraphs, you come to the right place. When a random word or a random sentence isn't quite enough, the logical step is to find a random paragraph. What? Eh? You having a bubble? Logitech is the Fleetwood Town of computer accessories. This webcam is meant to be one of the best ones on the market from Logitech. So it always plays up. Lewis, no, I'm not. I'm going to disappoint you all here. I might not even end up watching the game tomorrow. I'm at a university open day thing, so it depends what time that offer holder day finishes and what time I get back as to whether I can see what's going on. What's going on with Will Fish? At this point, we've just entered March. No transfer rumours that come out at this stage will mean anything. It's most likely just agents trying to drum up interest in their players so that they can make themselves some money and try and get cogs turning. Yeah. Don't get too invested in any transfer rumours at the minute, is my message. You're likely on this webpage because you're interested in finding new and interesting Bible. Archie. Is Archie Palmer just a fake name? And sat behind this screen that I'm looking into right now, Archie Palmer, with your comment on the screen, are you in fact named George Monker? Just a question. Lewis going, standard for you, mate. Love that. I'm not actually. Is that just a cover up though? Anyway, team news is quick. Liam Delap is our only absentee. There is a minor little thing over Aaron Connolly, but we should be all right. Ref watch. Thomas Bramall is the referee. Two liners are Matt Wilkes and Derek Eaton. Fourth official Anthony Backhouse. Stats from the West Brom game. Quite even, really. And I think the stats do show that a draw would have been the right result. Surprised there were no yellow cards in there, but it made editing the vlog for me very, very easy indeed. What is not easy is doing this, because Preston have them in squad number order. So my nice positional list here and what formation they played and all that won't really do anything. It's Freddie Woodman in goal. We know that. Whiteman was in midfield. Lindsay was at the back. Will Keane was up front. The skipper, Alan Brown, was playing right wing back. Mads Fröker was part of the front three. Ali McCann was in the midfield. Former Tiger Robbie Brady could make his 400th career appearance at Summit. He's having a landmark. Or is it a 1000th career? I don't know. Second tier pod tweeted that he's having a landmark, so I can't remember what numbers they put in there. Ali McCann was in midfield. Jordan Storey was at the back. Andy Hughes was at the back. Emil Rees was up front. Ben Woodburn. Liam Miller started, and I think that's it. Jack Watmore, remember him from Portsmouth a few years ago? Loved an own goal. I think that's it, yeah. I think that's it. A very dysfunctional head-to-head. That I hate that. So I've got to watch a Premier League referee, and likelihood I'm a component. You've got to watch a Premier League referee, Lewis. What I don't get what you're on about. I'm not sure what you're on about, because you've said the words rugby league, and I don't care. What was the argy-bargy with Hullboy last week? Do you mean in the West Stand before the game, Jeff? Because I won't go into too much detail out of respect for Marcus, but I do, however, no, yeah, okay, Jeff, I've seen you that one. I'm not going to go into detail, because it's not my place to. But I do know that I believe everything was sorted there and then on the day. Cool. I think everything was sorted. So unless I've got the wrong end of the stick and you're talking about something completely different entirely that I don't know about, I think everything was sorted. I think. That's a shocker. Thomas Bramwell referee in the Premier League. That is a shocker. How is he a Premier League referee? How are some of these Premier League referees? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Head to head then. Preston 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beat Ipswich 3-2. Good result. Beat Cardiff 2-0. Beat Middlesbrough 2-1. Beat drew with Blackburn 2-2 and then beat Coventry 3-0. So they're on a very decent run of form. As are we. One defeat in 2, 4, 6, 7 in the league. We are now, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 unbeaten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins out of 7. We're in a decent patch. We are in a very, very decent patch. Indeed. Lewis, I've seen that, but my Instagram notifications aren't working at the minute. I've not got any Instagram notifications all day. It does this sometimes, so I'll just have to... So, oh my God, he has refereed. He was our referee against Stoke, to be fair. That's the only time he's refereed us this year. Well, at least, because I have seen more than just one Premier League game on there. So, by Championship standards, he's going to be... He's going to be like... what was his name? The World Cup guy who was brilliant. Polish one, Simon Marciniak. I think that was his name. But then he got done for being in a cult or something like that, allegedly. Yeah, strange. How do I have connections with all the players? Don't know. It's weird. Like the academy boys, a lot of the academy lads, they're sort of around my age, so it's sort of easy to get on with them. In terms of players that I've got a decent sort of rapport with, Louis Coyle. My dad bumped into him while he was out on the drink with Josh McGuinness, and his mate asked him if he knew who I was, and that was a weird experience. Seeing my dad send a picture through on WhatsApp of Louis Coyle and Josh McGuinness stood with their group of mates. Greavesy I've known for nearly 6 years, legend. Ingram I've always got on well with. Alfie Jones, same. Sean McLaughlin, same. Harry Vaughan, that's academy. The newer ones I don't really know in terms of like newer decent ones. Seri's a nice bloke. I had an awkward moment with him the other week when I congratulated him on AFCON. I went for a fist bump. He went for a handshake, and then he sort of quickly changed before I changed to what he was going to do, and we did a little fist bump. Good lad. Slates is a good lad. Matty Jacobs a good lad, and then we're just into sort of academy lad territory, really, where they're all about my age, there or thereabouts, and it's sort of the ones in the 21s I get on really well with. Anyway, Let's move on. League table. Quickly. Which City player would you like to go for a pint with? Let's get the squad list up. Now, the boring choice for me is pick Greavesy because, well, I've known him for the longest. The other sort of boring choice is, although I'd love to do it with both of them, Harry Vaughan, because I get on well with him as well. But I'm not sure to say. I won't pick Stan Ashby because he's not of legal drinking age. Aaron Connolly. Aaron Connolly's a man who'd love a night out. Aaron Connolly is a man who would rock a night out. Slates, I reckon he's brilliant on his drink. Louis Coyle, my dad's done it, so I might as well. No, it's got to be Connolly, hasn't it? If we're thinking about drinking, I think Aaron Connolly, in terms of his banter and all stuff like that, would be like just mental. I think on a night out, Aaron Connolly's the one you want to be with. Shots with Doherty. Macca, Christie, Connolly, Fairlong, or Vaughan for a pint. They're Irish. Well, out of those lot, it's only Macca, Connolly, and Fairlong who come from Ireland. Harry's from over Manchester way, and Cyrus Christie was born in Coventry. No, I think Aaron Connolly is. Aaron Connolly's the one. When I get back to her, I'm going out for a few drinks, so I'll raise the question: which City player would you love to go out? Would you love to go on a booze up with? Because for me, it's either Louis Coyle or Aaron Connolly, but I think Connolly edges it. When I next see Louis Coyle, I'm gonna say Louis, we had a conversation about you the other week on a live stream. You were in my top 2 players who I'd like to go for a pint with. We agreed that Aaron just tops you though. Lottatala, bet he's mint at pulling. Aaron did have a very bad reputation down in Brighton for his drink. So that's why he's so good at it, I suppose. We've not even done league table yet, and I've changed the banner. We're in 6th, looking good. It's tight. And when we get to around the grounds, you'll see why this is such a crucial week for the playoff chase. And we're going to spend no time messing about because no one else cares about anywhere else in the table. So, no, you do. Let's be honest. This is why it's so crucial. West Brom play Coventry, Norwich play Sunderland, and we play Preston. That is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, all playing each other this weekend, which is mental. Absolutely mad. And to a lesser extent, Bristol City versus Cardiff City as well. Although they are a little bit further adrift of the playoff spots. So, we've covered those. Let's move on. Tomorrow, 12:30, Huddersfield Leeds. The rest of the games are Birmingham Southampton, Leicester QPR, Millwall Watford, Plymouth Ipswich, Rotherham Sheffield Wednesday. That's a big game. Stoke Middlesbrough and Swansea Blackburn. It's a big week. It's a big week. Fabio told me to hurry up while I was panicking trying to take a picture. Match days, you tend to see the players a lot more less relaxed as they're trying to get through the crowds. I think Ingram definitely, if they knew the crowds would be this big, like Ingram always turned up an hour and a half before the deadline, before the cut-off time anyway. He'd always turn up ridiculously early, and Baxter would turn up about 15 minutes after him. I think if Rossini didn't take him to the training ground or whatever he does before the game, I think we see a lot more players coming early to avoid crowds now. Just because the amount of people out there has got so big. So it's like Philogene at the training ground, he's so chilled. But on a match day, you don't really say anything, don't really hear anything. But at the training ground, he's chatty, has a conversation, jokes, and all this kind of thing. And Louis Cole nearly got crashed into the other week, which was interesting. He said he would have gone mad as well had a load of us not been stood there. But he was pulling out the training ground, and someone just came like flying around the other corner and nearly went straight into him. So Louis said he wound his window back down and said to the group of us that were there, if you lot weren't here, then I would have got very angry just then. But no, Louis is a good lad. Louis is a really good lad. Great skipper. Memorable match. Moving on. Got to be this. This or the 4-1. I'm not sure which one we did last time, but we're picking this one. Bowen brace. Split by goals from McGuinness and Grzycki. McGuinness didn't put a penalty into row double E of the South Stand this time. He'd gone to do that 2 years later. But anyway. As we beat Preston 4-0. Our team that day was George Long in goal. Back four was Eric Lee, High, Reesberg, Jordi Device and Callum Elder. Midfield 3 this is a weird midfield 3. Dan Batty, Jackson Irvine and Jared Bowen. Bowen more advanced, although him and Bowler would swap about during that game because Bowen, I remember for his second goal, he cut in off the right and squeezed it in at the near post. God, I still don't know how that went in. Bowler and Grzycki were the wingers with McGuinness up top. The bench, Matt Ingram the goalkeeper, Ryan Taffazoli, Kevin Stewart, Tom Eves, George Honeyman, Matthew Pennington and KLP as well. And then when it loads, because it's been left sort of idle for a bit, last time out against Preston, we beat them 1-0 early this year. Philogene's goal, jumped into the South Stand, went mad, got booked. Team was all up in goal, back four, Coyle Jones, McLaughlin, Greaves, midfield 3, Seri, Traore and Twine. Traore in the Tyler Morton role in this game, by the way, was absolutely superb. That's his best game for us that I can remember. Lakilo and Philogene with the wingers, with Twine as the 10 and Delap up top. The bench as follows. Matt Ingram, Ruben Vinagre, Ozan Tufan, Greg Doherty, Dokan Sinek, Harry Vaughan, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie and Aaron Connolly, Rossinia, the gaffer. And then our record against Preston, it's fairly decent. It's fairly decent. Last 5, 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. We'll start 7th of August 2021. This was the other one shortlisted for memorable match. Beaten 4-1. First game with fans back in stadiums. Glorious day out. First game back in the Championship as well after our League One promotion. Under Shotter, lost 1-0 with them at our place, and first away game of the following season drew 0-0. Under Rossinia at home, drew 0-0, and then beat them 1-0, as we've just discussed. Shared Shirts is a banger. I will be honest, it is an absolute banger. It is. I'm not joking here. It is an absolute banger. It is the banger of all bangers. None of you would have guessed this, even if I gave you the chance. Josh King. What a superb shared shirts this is. On loan from Preston, on loan to Preston from Man United in 2010. 10 appearances, 1 goal. 2 years later, on loan to us from Man United. 19 appearances and 1 goal. Superb. Superb little find there. Yeah, brilliant. Lee, good evening. What time was it last Saturday? Because I can confirm whether I was tired or not. If it was before the game, I was all right. If it was after the game, I was sort of... I'm not sure what I was. I don't think I was really tired at all. I think I was just sort of... It might have been after we'd had a conversation as a group of mates about some stuff that had happened, and I was confused / slightly annoyed by courses of action that certain individuals had taken, and slightly bemused as to why. But all was sorted. Everything is absolutely peachy. All is goodly. Even if I'm fuming, I will always have time to speak to people. So if you want to come up and have a chat, it's fine. Always do it. Always do it. I'll always make time for people. Pictures, whatever. If any of you idiots want me to sign anything, don't mistake me for Ryan Woods, like what happened at the back end of last season, please. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to do it. Very rarely will I be in a bad mood on a match day. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Predicted team. Spoiler alert. It's pretty much the same. All stop and goal. Back four. Coyle, Jones, Greaves and Giles. Midfield, Morton, Seri, Carvalho, Zaruri, Philogene and the wide players. Amur up top. Bench, Pandem, McLaughlin, Tufan, Doherty, Ohio, Sharp, Slater, Jacob and Connolly. Yes, I've put Ohio in there. Will Rossini do it? Don't know. He says he wants to get him more robust and up to speed for the championship, but how's he going to do that if he's not playing games? In the 3 he's played, he's come on and sort of, he's scored a goal when he's in the limited minutes he's got. So, yeah. Give him more chances. Let's see what he's about. Until Liam Delac comes back, of course, then he shall play every game until the end of time / his loan. Predicted scores in chat, everyone. Predicted scores in chat. Get them in. Eight 0 to Preston. Cheers, Archie. 2-1 City, 2-2, 2-1 City, 3-0. Let's have a couple more. On Bunkers Hill, says 0-0. Tight game, 1 goal difference if there's a winner. That'll do. 3-2 City from Chris. Right, we'll end it there. Mine, 2-1 win. 2-1 win. Thank you for watching, everyone. Safe travels to everyone heading to Preston tomorrow. Safe travels around the Pennines, especially. They are horrible roads. So, is it the Pennines? Have I got that right? Yeah, I think it's the Pennines. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, goodbye.